What? Oh yeah, son of a gun. Ooh. Very good evening to you, all of you fantastic and wonderful people. Very good evening. I hope everybody is wonderful. So, been a very interesting day. Lots to talk about. Transport. Newcastle United. A new office. Having a studio. So lots to come. Yeah, lots to come. So I thought I'd warm it all up with just a bit of music. Now, had a fantastic day today. Fantastic. Because, right, we'll get the, I'll leave that for one moment or two and I'll get to the interesting stuff. So, apparently, Newcastle United, they're looking at, I hope, if the reports are correct, we're looking at a player, and the player plays in black and white. Italian, black and white, but still. Now, this evening, I was on a WhatsApp meeting for content creators. And in that content creators, there was a content creator 4. for Newcastle United. Now, I said to this person straight to their face, ages and ages ago, I was supping my pint, and I turned around and I said, "Hey, Bonnie lad, 27,000 subscribers. Well done. Can't wait to see you again when you hit 52,000." Anyway, like that. He had 27,000, and I had just shot him up to 52. And he was giving a talk this afternoon. So I'm going to change a little. I'm going to do a little few tweaks. Tweak number one. I have an intro video on the channel. Gone tonight. Gone. Also, the content of some of the big videos, put them into memberships so that if you haven't seen them, that's where they'll appear. So we have Marcus, we have Road Dog, we have the Pete, and yes, I just flashed up on my phone about the I'm not going to like butcher the person's name, but he is German, and yeah, I was hoping, I had crossed my fingers, Valovich or Surloth or the Max Mustard, I think that's how you pronounce his name, from Germany. But we need them in now. So we agreed a fee this evening, 75 million euros, travelling for his medical tonight. Get in! We're getting a big German. Yeah. Like I say, I mean, action needs to be taken. Now, I'm going to break the live up tonight because of our topics. So we'll do Newcastle first, right? And then we're going to switch over to another subject. And it's important. It's a very important subject because today I've spoken to loads and loads of people. I saw a young lad this afternoon in Bingham, and the young lad, I was looking for something, and there's about 5 of them, but he was wearing Anthony Gordon on the back of his shirt, and that's what caught my eye. And cause like there was 5 of them all chatting away. There was a West Ham, there was a Spurs, there was Manchester United, Newcastle United. Trying to think what the other one was. But anyway, I showed him the YouTube channel. I went, this is my channel, because he can say to his friends and other people, this good content, music, Newcastle United, etc. And I told him what I do here. But I didn't just tell him. I told other people too. City centre, sitting at a bus stop, waiting for the bus, not run away. That's what us Geordies do, you know. We sit there and if somebody comes up. We're going to crack a conversation. That's what we do. Now, in this situation with Newcastle United, there was talk the other day, is it Hopkinson or something begin with H, a new CEO? Get him through the door and, you know, the director of football getting back to Newcastle United, get them through the door and come on. And do you know the thing was, right? And I know I'm jumping. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited, man. And it was all to do with this content creators YouTube program. And like I said to this young lad, anybody can do it. Anybody. And his eyes kind of lit up, you know. But it's true. Anybody can do what I'm doing right now, speaking to you. Islam. I'm not even sure what that means. Much apologies. I'm not even sure what that means. Paul, we're still waiting on the video on how to buy. Yes, that's coming. That's coming. Yes. What I was looking at today was this. I was trying to find a solicitor that dealt with a will. That was the mission today. I go into the city centre, and the solicitor had been like they all were bundled together on Google Map. When I go into the city centre, they'd like somebody cast them to the four winds. There was one over there, one over there. I was like, "You kidding me, man?" But that was what it was for. It was for a will. Bingus is saying, I was watching your old videos. She wasn't my wife. No, she wasn't. What's it called? What's it called? Common law. Yeah. When you together for over 6 months, you are common law. When will she come on the stream? She won't. I have a thing. When everything goes down the drain, that's where it stays, down the drain. That's it. You move on. And I think that's the best way to be, because like it's like, you know, meeting people. Yeah, meeting people you build up a friendship with, and then you move away, and you may contact them on social media, or you might not. But old flames and stuff like that, no, that's not my cup of coffee or cup of tea. What did your ex think? A lot of people turned around and said, like, why are you doing what you're doing? I enjoy it. That's it. I enjoy showing you music. I enjoy talking about things and going outside, doing a live somewhere. And, you know, maybe showing you like different scenery. That, you know, it's a passion. It's a Geordie thing. How did you and her? Oh, yeah, man. Not even going doing that road, man. Seriously, you know, Lee, look, you escape. Yeah, well, do you know the thing is, right? Excuse me. There was two things to go to the solicitors for. Two. And those two things can only be done at a solicitor. The first one was a will, so that what I'm building, the government don't take, because anything can happen in life, anything at all. Now, my hope is this. I'm now going to stick a lot of videos in different places that are all on YouTube, but like different channels. Because the excitement I got today in this group was phenomenal. Re-recording every month a new welcome video to you good people, to say this is this month, and the video is maybe 2 weeks old, and it's to get you into memberships, because that was the whole purpose of doing this YouTube creators meeting, memberships, and also doing surprise things, giveaways, etc. That's all part of the journey we're on, because it is a journey. Could I sing us a Jimmy Neal's song if I had the words in front of us? Like, there's a few good Jimmy Neal songs. And my brother has actually met him in person. And that was in the days when Jimmy Neal was in Alvidasin Pet. He went to the place where my brother worked, and he went, he is a big dude, man. Paul, Road Dog is saying, Paul, I think you should wear a busman's cap on these lives. I haven't got one, so I can't. Simple as that. Now, part of the thing is this, right? Transport. Let's skip the subject. Yeah. So let's focus in on transport, because that was a big thing today. Spoken to lots and lots of people about it. Now, as most people know, right? Like I was chatting to a Spanish lad this afternoon. The Spanish lad, he wants to learn English. So I said to him, Rosetta Stone, or I think it was Rosetta Stone. But I told him something. He's going to contact me on Instagram. And he's going to learn, when he sends me the message on Instagram, about Facebook, because Facebook owns Instagram. Oh, well, hold on a second though, Marcus. If we're apparently pushing for Risa, isn't it the case that it's Brentford that we're buying them from? Yes, Brentford. So isn't it the case that they require another player? Is that the case? Because I'm almost certain either Adam, Rob, or Matty was on about Wisa from Johan Wisa. For the deal to happen, they needed two strikers. Walt made and Wisa the two. Oh, right, got you. All right. So that's, oh, well, that's going to be very exciting. That means, um, I think, I think that means I'll have to go into the city tomorrow, find a Labrooks, ask the person behind the counter, can you show me how to do it at £10 win for third? Because if we're getting these two players, we've already got goals in our squad. You know, we've got um, Anthony Gordon. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. Harvey Barnes, Bruno, and Sandro Tonali. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. So these other two players, we're going to have some firepower, man. Oh, yeah. And we've got Bradford in the cup at home. Yeah. My neighbour, he supports a different Premier League team. And we play them at the weekend. Walt made will bag 20 goals. Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, I want Newcastle United to, around about Christmas time, yeah, Christmas, I want us to be in top 5. Now, getting back to transport, yeah. I heard this today, and it was absolutely, I was like, excuse me? This is what I heard. There's a new bus route in Nottingham. And the new bus route starts Monday, this coming Monday. Guess what? No route learning, none. What they're doing is they're handing out maps. This is where you're going to be going. And there's another, there's a new service which is going to go from this area to Gamston, Morrison's, which is a big superstore, and you've got to follow another bus. And I was like, you couldn't make this stuff up, man. So here's what I'm going to do. I've already contacted the Member of Parliament to turn around and say about the current bus service, because it's been swept to one side. And so I've turned around and said to him and others, even the county council, what about the people? What about the people who put you into the council? Because you're letting them down, which is true. You know, I mean, there's so much potential in Nottingham, but there's also so many things wrong, man. Pull just down the depot and tell them to sort it out straight to their face. Well, that's the problem, you see. I mean, they're not listening. These people get paid X amount of money and they're not listening. Simple as. Have I ever thought, well, that's the thing. I mean, maybe later. Maybe. It's just that this thing with transport this month, this next 4 weeks, you're going to hear a lot about it because it's affecting a lot of people. And that's being honest. It's not just the village I live in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 villages. 7 villages. You know, I mean, Radcliffe today, wow, that blew my mind. Either side, the top end of Radcliffe, new houses, the bottom end of Radcliffe, new houses. And yet the bus service could do better. Incredible. We got BCFC Fan TV. To be honest, I wouldn't listen if I was them. Why would you listen? Write a petition directly to Kia. I've got a better one than that. Get the MP to stand up in Parliament. Much better to do that. And I've done it before. I'll do it again. Because the MP is a paid person to stand up for your rights. Simple, you know? Yes, 7 villages. Yes. It's not about me sticking it to the government. No. It's just common sense. Common sense. Not everybody that lives in a village has a car. How are you meant to get food? How are you meant to see friends, family? How are you meant to do that? You can't just snap your fingers and you appear in somewhere else. Go up and Bennett, man. Well, BCFC Fan TV, get yourself a membership. There's $4.99, $8.99, and $12.99, and the memberships are there so we can grow a community. You know, this is what this conversation was about earlier this evening. But yeah, there's lots of changes coming. Lots of changes en route. And it's going to be just like chucking a boulder from the top of a mountain to land, but have enough spin to start rolling down the hill. Once it builds up speed, you ain't going to stop it. That's the motion. That is the idea. I would pledge $12.99 if I wear a Sunderland shirt. Sunderland's in the Premier League. Yes, correct. Am I correct that Sunderland are in the Premier League? Wear whatever shirt you want. I mean, look at it this way, yeah? Sunderland has been out of Premier League for 8 seasons. Now they're back. What you've got to remember is next May, the 15th, 14th, don't be lower, because that's where it gets squeaky bum time. But stay 13th, 14th, 15th, and you'll have another season in the Premier League. I mean, if Newcastle can do it, why not Sunderland? You know what I mean? And hopefully, next season, maybe the season after, Middlesbrough can join. Wouldn't that be epic? Having all of the Northeast clubs in the Premier League. They might. They could do. Anything is possible. Always remember that. Anything is possible. Look at what happened the other night. A 16-year-old kid took to the pitch at St James's Park, and against all of the odds, he puts the ball in the back of the net at 16. Normally, a player doesn't go into the first squad until they're like, what, 19, 20, 21 ish. So anything is possible. And if you've got that mindset that anything's possible, move it, push it. A narrator. Oh, yeah. I just like to talk about interesting stuff. I like to play music. And with the introduction of the meme coin, that the meme coin sells on the markets and the money is for this channel. The memberships are for this channel to help run the channel. Better equipment. Can I give you a little example? All channels who start out, yeah, it's normally your mobile phone. Correct? Now, right here is, it's cheap. It is. It's a cheap video camera with a memory card, because you can see, yeah, that bit is open. It's open because that is plugged in to the camera for this. Yeah. Now, that's what I was saying to you earlier. Yeah. Everybody starts with a mobile phone. Now, what I want to say to you all is this. There's 21 people here. We've got 4 likes. Hit the likes, man. Hit the likes. And we've got... You should do 0898 numbers. For what reason? You've kind of like, you've threw me to the far side of the galaxy. Can't quite work that one out. Connor, Newcastle United is the best ever. Years and years ago, Connor, I was a little nipper. And I had my very first taste of Newcastle United. I'm come past the club and somebody put the ball in the back of the net. The noise. I jumped straight into my nana's arms. What's that? Newcastle have just scored. And I was like, huh? The football team has just scored. And then we carried on. But ever since that moment, when I come to St. James's Park, it's like, get in, man. When you say you now put a then for the added, huh? Okay. Would you apply for X Factor? No. Sorry. What I'm going to do is my way. And that is make the money from the meme, make the money from the memberships to help the channel, find out from a studio how much they charge, pay the money, go into the studio and record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and do an album. Then show you it. And there'll be more than just me. You'll have drummer, bass player, keyboards, singers, etc. That's what I want. And that's what I'm going to get. And yeah, the one person, yeah, when I had my meeting this afternoon, Steve Wraith of NUFC Matters. That's who I walked into a pub. He was there, and at the time he was on 27,000, and I says, "You're going to hit 52," and he did. Right, Basil Faulty. Okay. Evening Ball, Liverpool fan here. Did you watch? No, but I heard about it from my neighbour. He said that they'd gone to penalties and it was 13-12. And I went, can't be. And he went, yeah. And I went, can't be. Because it's the first time I've ever heard of that. The Pete is saying, have you ever heard back from the club? No, I haven't. I heard back from the club for a private box, but not for the NFTs. So I did ask. I'm not shy to ask. So, but like I say, I mean, there's a lot of things in the next few days that meetings. I've got to like set up a meeting with the council as well, which is related to transport. Transport needs fixing, and there's only one way to do that when you have somebody that's cutting costs to save money. I live across the other side of the Humber side and I've never seen a game live. Like it. Oh, right. True passion. Yeah, that's what I heard. True passion. Mind you, it was on Grimsby was on BBC this morning, and there was a pitch invasion last night, and everybody just like burst onto the pitch and jumping up and down and having a party. Excellent. But I also spoke today. I was speaking to somebody on the tram who mentioned one of the opponents that Grimsby will face, one of the Sheffield teams, but there's a problem with that Sheffield club, and nobody's going to the stadium, which I found blew my mind. I was like, what? Uh, yes, you are right, Basil. It's probably, yeah, they're getting fined for pitch invasion. They've refrained from it. I mean, even at Newcastle, they do the same thing where, please stay off the pitch. However, here, the amount of content that's about to come out, I hope it doesn't have your head in a spin, because there's a lot, an absolute massive amount. Some of it's going to go behind a paywall, but that's to grow the channel. That's the only reason to grow the channel. I want to catch up to Steve Wraith of NUFC Matters at 52,000. And I've also looked at an office space as well. I haven't priced it up, but I have definitely looked at office space where it's very bright and airy. And that's in the city centre. Do I like the new owners? Which new owners are you talking about, Connor? Let me know. Wednesday is in turmoil, mate. Oh, so it's Wednesday. Oh, right, because you got. Do you know, I've travelled through Sheffield on the M1, going northbound to Newcastle, to St James's. I don't know where the football clubs are. I, that's honestly, I don't know. I just know there's a road going through Sheffield. I've got no idea, like where the football clubs are. But the guy on the tram said to me it was to do with money being owed, wages, etc. Oh, Newcastle. All right. Newcastle United's owners, which but there's two. You've got the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, and you have Jamie Rubin. I trust them both. I really do. 100%. Hold on, Simon. Hold on. You just said there, your statement, Liverpool absolutely destroyed Newcastle. What a destroying is, when you destroy a team, you thrash the team. You thrash them. 5, 6, or more goals. You had a 16-year-old kid came onto the pitch and put the ball in the back of the net. 16 years old. And good luck to the kid. You didn't destroy Newcastle at St James's Park. No. You actually struggled. You had 11 men on the pitch and you struggled. Where was your goals from Mo Saha? Where was your other goals? Where were they? Yes, you scored 3, but we scored 2. So where did you destroy Newcastle? You didn't. It's a misnomer, saying that, oh, we conquered. No. That's like you turn around and putting a daft bid in for a player when you know that player the season before and the season before that was 1 or 2 behind your top player, Mo Salah. And yet you try and turn a person's head. No. Beautiful game. Well, yeah. I mean, what you got to look at is this. What happens when Newcastle come to Anfield? Do you think, honestly, at the end of the day, when Newcastle steps onto the pitch at Anfield, do you honestly believe that we're going to just roll over and let you do what you do? No. We're going to give you a game. Hopefully, everybody who plays in the reverse fixture, hopefully they keep the head. They do keep the head, and we do have 11 players by the end of the game. Hopefully, we've given you a game. That's what it's all about. Here in South Africa, we love that match. Mo is still the best in the world. That's your opinion, mate. You know, your opinion. What do you think about the stadium plans? The the stadium at St James's Park where they were moving is atrocious because it was meant to be in March, maybe April. We're almost in September. So it is what it is. We're still building chemistry, to be honest, and with the new youth, they'll catch on quick. You've got some very good players. Yes, we've got some very good players. You've got Champions League. We got Champions League. And I want when every English club is playing in the Champions League, I want them to win. Because where it matters is April. If you're still in, another place gets awarded. Like we got fifth last year. The year before, fifth didn't get Champions League. So I want all teams in the Champions League to do well. Right. So what I'm going to finish off on is this. Yeah. Memberships, promoting, speaking to people. I speak to people all the time. I'm going to be doing market days where I've said to the owners of several stalls about doing a YouTube live, and interviewing them because I want to bring more people to the market. More people to the market, that means more money for the traders. And we've got Jude. Is it? No, Jude XD. All right, mate. And we got Christopher as well. What do you think of people on benefits? I'm a person on benefits, Christopher. Do you have a problem? You see, I'm trying to get off benefits. And I've said in my universal credit journal, a strategy, a plan to leave benefits. Everything is in my videos. When you look at my videos, give it one of them and leave a comment and I will get back to you. Oh, it's Jude. Got you. I said that, Connor, goth punk rock burn. I said that earlier to you. Now, as I was saying, yeah, memberships, there's going to be exclusive stuff where I'm out. I may be at the coast, I may be at a game, and I'm going to put stuff behind a wall, membership wall. And that is to grow. There's going to be a studio in the city centre, Brighton area, and the likelihood is painting the walls green or blue, one of those two colours, so that we can sit there, do a live while Joe Public is walking straight past. That's on the cards. That's why I was in the city centre today. Plus, trying to speak to a solicitor about doing a will. And what I would say to you all is this: the content in my videos, there's only one place you're going to get that. That's here. So like, subscribe, and let's build something totally unique right here. Meet and greets coming. We're into a football season. Meet and greets, St James's Park, the Strawberry, Shearer's Bar, the Stack, just to name a few. Or I could turn a corner in Newcastle en route to St James's Park. And yes, I'll do a selfie with you. If you want to go on video, yeah, we'll do it. No problem. Corvo saying, did you see the new crypto company sponsor? No, never heard a thing. I've been out all day. So no, I haven't heard anything. Who is it? But as most people know, I did a video on crypto the other day because I believe in it. NUFC announced it yesterday. Is it on the club's website? Because nothing has came through, not even from the Chronicle Live. I get the Chronicle Live updates. However, I might have deleted one. BYDFI. Right. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Right, okay. I think, Corvo, yeah, I think somebody might have mentioned yesterday on yesterday on the live, but I'm not 100% certain. Excuse me. But right. Okay. Oh, sort your life out. Why you done that? What have you done that for? Eh? That's a stupid one. Log me in, not out. I'll click on the news. Go Bennett, man. Right, latest new. Highway mouse. Sort your life out. Yeah, how it is. I've got mouse problems. Somebody for the academy. Building bridges. Caribou Cup. Sorry for that annoying click. That's the mouse. Much sorry about that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Right. Feature? No, wouldn't be on features, would it? Features. No. Club. Okay. New features. What we got? Guinness. Motorcycle riders take over St James's Park. Newcastle United launched art event. Okay. Guinness. No, there's nothing. There's what? I'm really surprised at that. Unless it came through the Chronicle, and when it came through the Chronicle, I was like cluttering, getting rid of the clutter. Might be. But yeah. So let's have a little look at who that was. So that's BYD. FI. Let's see what that is. And then, okay. bydfi.com. Right. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yes, I've seen that. Yeah. But I haven't seen it. It's been in adverts on YouTube. But I have seen it. Sign in. Okay, sign in. Alright, 1 second. I've got to stand up, man. Oh. So. Right, so that's signing me in. Are we on a go slow? What I'm trying to do at the moment is, I'll show you. That's BYDFI, the exchange. So I've got to wait for it to sort itself out. And then I'll have a look at, see what they do. It looks as though it's a cryptocurrency exchange where you can like day trade. I don't do that. Futures, where you are looking at a future price prediction kind of thing. But you can buy crypto there. That's a positive. And it has something on the top. So come on, sort your life out. Yeah, there is some. Go away, man. There is something here. Pursuit of UK. Yeah, you've got to look at this. You have to look at this. Important notice. Pursuant to the UK's financial promotions regime, the material provided on the website is for general information purposes only. It is directed only at the person outside of the United Kingdom and must not be acted upon by persons in. Okay. If you are not a UK resident or citizen, contact email. Right. So I've looked at that. Got it. Now, hopefully it'll come through what this thing is, because I should have kept it in my hand, but never mind. There we have Kieran, Bruno, and Sandro. So if I click on, oh, I can't even click on it, man. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, right. Sign up, log in. So yes, I'll dig into that. And yeah, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Now, here's the important bit. Yeah. Over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, we grow this channel. There's a target I'm going to set. Target's 3,000. First target. We hit 3,000 and then we double it. Yeah. Baz is ill at this moment in time of Through Black and White Eyes, fellow channel. He's ill. But I'm going to ask him this wheel. So the wheel will have all members, everybody that's a member. And what you're going to get is we meet up at St James's for a game. We go to the club shop. You pick a shirt. I'm buying it. Yeah? Does that sound reasonable? So, yeah. This is what the memberships is all about. I want you to be excited. Because where I want to take this is into Europe, to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, where we have 2 days. One day we're walking round the city, doing videos, speaking to people. Second is prediction for the game. Watch the game, come out, do it again. So there's loads of stuff coming. Now, what I'm going to say to you all is this. Believe and see what's to come. Because it's an amazing journey. You know? And I will ask, when I have the meeting with NBV, if I can do a live, so you can hear. You'll be looking at, you'll be seeing me. You won't be seeing that. You'll be looking at me. But you'll hear the other person as we talk about creating new business. Now, thank you all, every single one of you, and have an absolutely wonderful evening. I've got some emails to write to the MP for the transport issue in Nottingham. And then in the next 48 hours, things are going to come back. Yeah. Seeking You, Geordie Nation. I'll push the envelope as far as I can go before it goes stop. So thank you all. And please look at the memberships, and I'm going to be putting at least 50 into segments. So I'm going to go 50, 50, 50, and we're going to grow. This is the mission. So anyway, see you all 11:30 in the morning. Be there or be square. And thank you. Oh, by the way, on the way out, hit that and tell your family, tell your friends. There's some epic things on the way.